Hello and welcome to another The Hard Way Urbans video. This one is our fence projects for our entire backyard. I've put up quite a few fences on my family's properties, so this process was not really new to me. Just make sure you get that cement all nice and mixed up. You don't want it to be too soupy or too dry, and we had just kind of tentatively placed the poles in there and started pouring the concrete. I'm a pretty precise person, so I wanted to make sure that everything was level and straight up and down as possible, even though a couple of them did not work out the way that we wanted. We thought this one was the most important because this was on our driveway side, which is on the road side, and it was really important to get this nice and secure. I think we did a really good job getting all the cross beams to match and look level. And then after that, it's really just drilling in the planks. We always make sure to use a level and a spacer nail in between the planks to make sure that everything is nice and even. The fence project took place in about mid to early 2020. These few slides here are very recent. We decided to put in a gate on both the back and the front fence to give us access that was a little bit wider than the only man gate that we had. And here is the gate looking towards the road. And this is the front of the gate that faces the road into the driveway. I think we did a pretty good job. These next few slides are the man gate that I was talking about. So we started out with just a small gate. Everything was screwed into the concrete, and then my husband did a fun little design on the top just to give it a little bit more flair. You're probably going to recognize a few of these pictures from some of the other videos. This is just to show what our back fence looked like before we actually were able to put up a wooden one. It was really just arborvitaes and blackberries. This is a panorama looking from the alleyway towards our house and into the backyard. It really was quite bad, and we did have to take a lot of trips to drop off yard debris. This is after we got all of the debris cleared. That little fence area right there was part of an original fence that they had started, I guess. We did end up reusing the material from that. This is after all of the posts are cemented in. I believe it was roughly around 70 feet from one side to the other. This is one of those pre-made sections that we tore down and did reuse the wood. And then this is all of the new slats that we had to buy. And then the process from there is really quite simple and repetitive. Put up the cross beams and then move to another section, making sure everything is nice and level. I think that we did a really good job making sure that it was nice and straight as well. I'm kind of a perfectionist and I wanted it to look well done, not just slapped up. And once again, making sure everything is nice and level. We used the same system as we did on the front fence with the nail in between each of the slats. We just wanted to make sure that they were spaced evenly apart. And this was fresh wood, so we knew that it was going to expand and contract. On the back portion of the fence, because it was so long, we ended up just starting by putting one screw in the top and one screw in the bottom, and this is us just going back over and adding another one. This is a view of the final version from the alleyway. And this is a view of the final version from the backyard looking out. As with the front portion, we did not add a gate in originally, so these are very recent pictures of us adding a gate into the alley. We've really regretted these past few years not having access to the alley instead of just walking around the property. This is the view into the alley of the gate. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.